Good morning, everyone. I'm going to present today the geology and history of one of our last greenfield discoveries. In the case of Cachorro project, a copper and silver deposit under coverage of gravas and the Cordillera de la Costa, the north of Chile. It's 150 kilometers of the city of Antofagasta, the Cordillera de la Costa, that's the second region of Chile, close to the copper deposits, IOCG, and porphyries. We can see Mantos Blancos and Antucoya there. If we look at it within the metallogenic belts, we can see this in light blue. We can see the Cretaceous, Porphyries, and the Paleocene and Eocene, where most of the copper porphyries in Chile, the most important in Chile, are located. Regarding the regional geology, we have engraved the oldest rocks in this area from the Sierra del Tigre formation, from the Carbonaceous, 335 million years ago, followed by the limestone that have around 150 million years old. In blue, we have the strata of Arancore. It says lower Jurassic that have two main units. The upper one in sedimentary rock, classic rock, carbonaceous rock, and a lower unit, mainly limestone. All of this is included by these units in red, which are the basal granodiorites of 180, 107 million years, and the acidic porphyry of 182 to 189 million years. We have a La Negra formation, volcanic rock, andesites and andesitic breccias with these intrusive porphyries of the Jurassic. Over this unit, we have the Cretaceous, volcanic, darker green, and then we have the upper Cretaceous in the light green, intruded by this Cretaceous intrusive that you can see color coffee. And what you see in white in the map, we have more recent deposits. The mineralization of Cachorro project is in this red circle. It's allocated in the sedimentary rocks and the Tobas Camalcón and the Rhyolitic one, which are the more surface and the lower strata of the Arrancore site. In 2015, Antofagasta Minerals starts exploring the sector, mine Felicidad there, just a small mine that has been abandoned with the purpose if this mineralization had a more lateral expression. And you can see there the trace of the north-west fault, and to see if we could enlarge this. And in gray, we can see the Paleozoic rocks that are covered by the units, sedimentary and volcanic units, the rhyolitic that are in blue. All of this package is included by these intrusive and stocks in red and orange. And later on, they are deposited both at east and west units, more of coverage, like La Negra Formation in the east and the Cretaceous in the west. and also all the coverage. If we look at the alteration, the outcrops close to the mine Felicidad is alberization, on which we can find silica alterations in different degrees, and some halo start appearing there in these two mineralized areas. Along with the geological mapping and all the field work done, we did a parallel geochemistry that is showing that mineralization of high grade is adjusting and accommodating due to the trace of Arencores trace. But if we look north west, we see that it's going more northeast and it's going under the coverage. So we did a geochemical campaign with the support of track drill, with drills more than 80 meters, and we see that there is copper. We find mineralization up to 80 meters, and so with these results, we generated a geophysical mapping, a couple of IP lines in the profile on the right. Is line number 1 that is located at the center of the plant that we are showing, and then in black we leave the line of chargeable greater of 1000 microvolts. And then we can see also the areas of less resistivity. The interpretation of these two elements, resistivity and chargeability, are showing us the high probability of sulfides underground. With this, we started the first sounding campaign, and look at the drill number 7, which is the one that discovers the mineralization of the Cachorro project. You can see the cutting. I know if you can see, you have to believe in me, it's bornite and chalcocite with an intersection of 102 meters with 1.14% of copper. There's more sounding on the lower part, which is drill 4, that is also interesting. And we can see the section of the distribution of the sounding. This, what you can see here, is a polygonus of 6 by 6. So it's just to give you an idea of how this deposit has been growing as we continue with the sounding campaign. With this information, plus geology, geophysics, and the data we had at the beginning, we built this first conceptual profile. Here is when we start daring to show that this is a mant-form deposit. We can see the sounding of 7, 4, and 1. It was a model quite discussed among the team, but it has enough merit to continue exploring it. So with this, we carried out the second sounding machine. And here, let me tell you that drill 25, which is a discovery, one of the main body of the project. You can see an interception of 134 meters with 1.14% of copper. Let's go to the first picture. The well 25 is more than a kilometer away. And we can see this section there where we can see the shaping of a body. Mineralization is mainly of hydrothermal breccia, and it's quite disseminated, mainly bornite and chalcopyrite. We did a third sounding campaign, this time 25 drills. The main purpose was to test the occurrence and size and continuity of mineralization, both the lateral one as well as in the principal body. And we have highlighted three wells that are confirmed that the body has lateral continuity, and it's shedding light that our initial model is working. Let me point out that this is number 32. This is a well that intercepted 140 meters and 1.14 copper, and it's telling us that this is a new mineralized center. Before going into the fourth campaign, let me tell you that the project had a stop because an environmental impact assessment, and due to the requirements and statements, we had to stop all the way up to 2018 when we could start the pandemic. Then the pandemic's a reduction. So this fourth campaign finished at the end of 2021, the beginning of 2022. More than 100 soundings. We all went to infield to delimitate, and let me show you four wells that are mainly to the east of what we had initially as the main body. And we can see in the section how the mineralized body grows. Again, as in the third campaign, we have drilled 157, which intercepted 156 meters. And then it shows us a new mineralized body with bornite and a little chalcopyrite that is quite interesting. And there's about 1 kilometer away of our main body. With all this information, we generated the sections here to show you how it looks, how our deposit looks. We can see the stratified rock from the Paleozoic to the lower Paleozoic. We can see the intrusive, the basal granulite that are related to mineralization, and the cover units, which are this light blue and yellow, Jurassic, volcanic, and others. Regarding mineralization, we can say that is shaping mantiform bodies, mainly in the units that I mentioned, the meta-sedimentary rocks at the limestone and rhyolites. There are copper oxide in the sector, but not very relevant. But this is mainly sulfides. Regarding alteration, with the typical one related to the bodies of high grades, bornite and chalcopyrite, we have chloritic alteration that is usually related to the presence of chalcopyrite and pyrite. And last, in light blue, the quartz sericite alteration that is associated to the dacitic porphyries. So this is the update of the model of the resource that was carried out at the end of 2022 between inferred resources and indicated resources for a grade of 0.5. Then we have another one with a grade of 1.17 and 1.21. We're going to summarize what we have seen, and we can see the Cachorro belongs to a mineralization mantle type of the lower Jurassic. We have pictures here how it looks, the road, the platform, and how you can see the mineralization of bornite and chalcopyrite. It's in Paleozoic and Jurassic rock associated to this intrusive complex of the acidic composition. The mineralization is basically sulfides of copper. Mineralization of copper is associated to overimposed mineralization alteration. And finally, as conclusions, we can say the Cachorro project is our most recent greenfield discovery. The main mineralized point is within this footprint of 6 by 6 kilometers that I showed you previously. We have mineralization of high grade due to the hypogen enrichment of the chalcopyrite nuclei, and it's disseminated in cumulus and small veins, etc. The geological potential of Cachorro, we have more than 300 million tons. For the project, we position Cachorro as one of the most important deposits, mantle-type deposits in the region. And this is the last exercise of estimation. And I don't want to finish without making a reflection. This deposit, this greenfield discovered under coverage, a blind deposit in an area considered mature, which is the Cordillera La Costa from second region, where many groups of geologists have gone through there without good results. We can see here that thanks to the good use of the tools and walking in the fields, and to the efforts of this exploration geologists, we could break paradigms and be successful in a sector where we thought everything had already been discovered. Thank you very much.